welcome back to the Southern Snack, where life is too short to be serious. All right, it looks like Jimmy John's is having a love affair with Red Velvet over here. They said, oh, we're bringing our cookie back, but we're introducing the Red Velvet Brownie. That's your thumbnail, by the way. Shaky hands, I know. But it is a Red Velvet-based brownie with white chocolate chips. I assume what it looks kind of like cream cheese, but overall, we can read the ingredients real quick. It just says white chips, so I guess it's just white chips, no cream cheese. But overall, they say it's the same thing as the cookie, except for in the brownie form. So I don't know, I was maybe hoping for a little bit more spunk to it, but I don't know, we'll have to see. It looks a little more dense, so we could be in for a ride. But I thought it was a pretty solid cookie. Maybe not as good as Crumble's Red Velvet cookie, but still a very enjoyable dessert. And it has me wondering, what's next, Jimmy John's? Are you going to do Red Velvet flavored bread next? Are you going to go that crazy? You know how mad your employees would be if you said, let's do Red Velvet bread? Oh, they would be balls to the wall, going crazy, nuts, angry if you did it. But you know what? It is what it is. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what next year holds in store. So last year, their promo featured Young Gravy. Guess it's a bit beyond their budget this year. So this year, they did some spoof of a dating show. And then the woman ended up getting married to the Red Velvet cookie, which I was really confused by the advertising on this, because they literally mentioned Red Velvet Brownie just a few times, and then they went on and on about the Red Velvet cookie. It's like, okay, we know about your Red Velvet cookie. We know it's back. Give the brownie some attention! I don't know. You can go watch it on Instagram. There's probably a video on TikTok too, maybe even YouTube. But really weird, interesting stuff from Jimmy John's. So we're going to go ahead, take a bite, and tell you how it is. I'm going to go for this corner here. Texture-wise, there's definitely a difference. Definitely more brownie-like. Flavor-wise, I would say there is a difference, too. It doesn't taste as red velvety as it did when I had the cookie. It definitely has more of a brownie flavor, a fudgy brownie flavor. It's not bad. I'd say you need to heat it up, but it's not like a high quality tasting brownie. It's just okay. We're not getting a lot of Red Velvet. There is some, but not enough where I'm like, okay, this is really, really good. No, this is just an okay brownie with some Red Velvet flavor. I love the aesthetic of it. Love that color. But outside of that, they're really, I don't know, they kind of missed the mark on that. So I'm going to give it a 6. You know, anytime there's like a dessert or pastry or anything, unless it's really underwhelming or really bland, it's not going to get a 5 or less. So I can't give it a 5 or less. It does have some flavor. It is okay, but it really could use some work, right? A 6 is a lot of room for improvement on this. A 10 would be the perfect, you know, the texture's good, but the perfect amount of Red Velvet flavor. Maybe some cream cheese. This is just not striking that, and you know, it could be better. But yeah, that is the Red Velvet Brownie now at Jimmy John's through Valentine's Day, maybe even the end of February, but I wouldn't hold them to them. So I would just go as soon as possible. And other than that, I'll see y'all around.